What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing another Buffbunny collection try on and review for the upcoming launch on Saturday, September 4th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that collection is the Nubre collection. This is actually the first ever launch where they're doing a majority of the pieces all in the same fabric, and this is extra exciting because the Nubre fabric is one of their first customized fabric that they came out with years ago. And so I'm so excited for this fabric to be the main character. So if you guys want all the details on the upcoming Nubre collection with Buffbunny collection, then just keep watching. If this is your guys' first time here, my name is Gabrielle Tongle, but you can call me Gabs. And welcome to my YouTube Gab Fam. I am very well known for my Buffbunny collection reviews. They are known to be very in-depth, very extra, and to give you all the details that you need. I specifically am one of the go-to reviews for my bigger titty committee because I understand the struggle to find some good activewear for being a larger chested bust. I started doing Buffbunny collection reviews because I found that I could never relate to a model. I could never get the honest truth behind pieces that were launching, and it just made my online shopping so difficult. And so my goal with these videos is to make sure that you guys feel confident AF when it comes to these launches. They can be high stress, high pressure, and just never knowing what to get already as it is, because you can only see it online through pictures and seeing what other people say. But I want to make sure that this video answers as many questions as possible so you guys feel confident in spending that hard-earned money on some of these new pieces. I'm not gonna lie, Instagram is where the real party is, just because that is where I keep you guys most up to date with these launches. Obviously, sometimes I'll get more information after these videos go live. Sometimes I'll continuously wear these new pieces and figure out something new that I think about it, something that I think is important to let you guys know of, and that is where I'll update it all on Instagram. I do have a specific Instagram highlight on my Instagram as well, so you guys can see all of the details that I share over there over in that highlight, just to keep things as organized as possible. Instagram is also the fastest way to get a hold of me if you guys have any additional questions after this video. Sometimes it does take me a little bit to get to you, but I promise you guys I will be getting back to every single one of you before Saturday's launch. Just make sure to send your message as soon as possible. Try not to send it Saturday morning because sometimes it's just a lot going on the day of the launch, but I do want to make sure you guys are taken care of. Another tip to get straight to my DMs is to answer my question boxes, because those get all compiled into one little area. It's just so much easier for me to see them and answer them as needed. Of course, if you guys have any questions, you guys can also leave them down in the comments down below. I also update the pinned comment in the comments with some other details such as prices, if there's any typos in the video after I upload it, things like that. But again, the most up-to-date information will be over on my Instagram. Last launch, I did something different and I attached a free PDF for you guys to follow along with this video, and so I've decided to do it again for this launch. So if you guys want a free PDF guide on the Nubre collection, you guys can go ahead and download that through the link in the description, and I'll also include that in the pinned comment. What this PDF provides you guys is just a little bit of a snapshot view of everything that I mentioned today. Obviously not as in-depth, but it does give you kind of like a cool note summary of everything that I talked about when it comes to my sizing, color comparisons, seam comparisons, all that good stuff. It's just another way that you guys can see things up close and personal. Again, it is totally free, so go ahead and download it and follow along throughout this video. So a couple things that I like to do before we dive into these videos is show you guys the entire color palette of this collection. So many beautiful earth tones, the yellows, the oranges, the olive, the red. Oh my gosh, I'm dying over this red. And hello, bossy print colors. We've got some new ones coming along. We didn't even know we needed new bossy print colors, to be very honest with you. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. So this is an overview of all of the colors included in this palette. As you guys will see, some of these colors we have seen before, they are just simply renamed, just so that you guys can have a better idea of what these new colors look like in comparison to some of the older ones. Another thing that I want you guys to keep in mind is that sometimes different fabrics does look different side by side, even though they are technically the same color, so just keep that in mind. You can also find the size chart here on the screen. Honestly, I never really use size charts very much. I like to just go off what people say and recommend based on them trying it on. I don't know, I have trust issues with size charts, but for those who do want to go buy a size chart, here it is on the screen. If I do forget to say anything verbally, you guys can always find those details on the screen, so I do highly recommend that you guys just pay attention visually as well to this video, because again, I try to keep these videos as short as possible, and so I'll put as much as I can on the screen rather than me talking, so that this video isn't already longer than it already is going to be. Lastly, let's talk about what this Nubre fabric is, since most of the pieces in this launch is made of the Nubre fabric. So the Nubre fabric is a mixture of naked and breathable together. That is how Buffbunny collection came about with the name Nubre. As I mentioned earlier, it is the first trademarked name by Buffbunny collection, and so this collection is definitely a little bit sentimental, because this is where I feel like Buffbunny collection really started to level up. The Nubre fabric is described as incredibly dreamy and soft, and it will fit you like second skin. The lightly brushed fibers were designed to be comfy yet supportive, with high stretch retention to maintain fit. Comfortable enough to accompany your daily lifestyle, yet powerful enough to keep up with your demanding workouts. Nubre is sure to be a favorite in your collection. It is made of 94% nylon, 26% spandex, and it is a light to medium compression, double brushed and ultra soft, and has that second skin feel and high stretch retention. Again, majority of the pieces are made of that Nubre fabric. However, if it is not, I will make sure to let you guys know and provide the fabric breakdown. So with that being said, let's get into the review. I will start off with the bras, go into the tops, go on to the leggings, and then go on to the accessories. All right, so let's start with the bras, shall we? You guys, Buffbunny collection understood the assignment. We have been asking them to continuously think about us bustier girls and how we need that support, that coverage, and that comfortability, but also looking cute AF. And I am so excited to show you guys this Geo sports bra. It has very quickly snagged that #1 favorite of mine. I know, I've said it. It is my #1 favorite Buffbunny collection bra that they have ever launched. It's so amazing because I feel like they kind of took some of the favorite pieces and details from some of the previous pieces that they have launched, and together they also have created something that is super customizable so that it fits every single woman. So while this is something that is a favorite of mine, being a bustier girl, I definitely think that this is going to be a favorite for anyone and everyone looking for that high support, high coverage, and customization. So the Geo sports bra for me kind of looks like an Aurora crop top in the front with the higher neck and the thicker straps. It's the one that I'm wearing as I talk throughout this video, and it also has a beautiful back detailing that is the exact same as the Revolution bra, that is another all-time favorite sports bra of many of you guys. So together they created this Geo sports bra, but what's even more amazing is that adjustable clasp at the bottom. And what's even more amazing is that they included an extender. I honestly was ready to go buy my own extender just in case, but it already is included with the bra and it's the same color as the clasp, so it makes it even more seamless if you do need to add the extender. So being that this bra is so customizable, that does change things for sizing. As you guys know, I am always a large in my bras for the most part, unless noted elsewise. However, for this one, I actually preferred a medium. I knew that there was a chance that a medium would fit better on me, and seeing that there was so much customization in the ribcage area there, and so I did go ahead and get both a medium and a large to compare for you guys. And I will have to say that I definitely feel the most secure, the most covered, and the most comfortable in a medium. And it's actually quite perfect because a lot of my mediums, they do give me the best fit, the best coverage and stuff like that, but it is oftentimes that I do find that around the rib cage it is a little bit loose. You'll see this throughout some of my try-on videos, that you can see a little bit of a gap there, and I mean, you can even notice this in some of my older videos too. So I am so happy that with this medium, it literally is just about the perfect fit. Honestly, I was very surprised that the medium fit me so well. I really did think that the large was going to be better, but as you guys can see, the medium doesn't give me too much side boob or anything like that. It fits so nice around the rib cage, and even the seam lines right under my boob. I do have enhanced breasts, so that does change things a little bit, but I even don't have an issue with the seam or anything sitting anywhere that it shouldn't be, and I feel like I have such great coverage in the front and the back, and I just feel so locked and loaded. It is a dream. It is literally what we've been waiting for so long. So to go over the comparisons of a large and a medium to kind of help you guys decide what size to go for yourself, as you can see, the medium just looks like it fits better. I don't have many lines happening here, whereas on the large, you do see a little bit of that. And we saw this in the Sirens bra in the Under the Sea launch. And I did realize that seeing that extra fabric right here does slightly indicate that it is too big. Especially with this bra, you do want it to be pretty fitted. Obviously, you don't want it to be suffocating you or anything, but you want it to be very, very comfortable. And so with the medium, again, I just feel like it fits a lot more secure. And because I have that adjustability to go from tight, medium, or loose, plus the extender, that is usually the only issue that I ever have when it comes to sizing up or sizing down in bras, is that in the rib cage area, it always is either too tight, too big, or good enough kind of thing. And so I feel like with this customization in the rib cage, I can really customize it to fit me well, but also not have to sacrifice the coverage or support in my bra. As you guys will see later on with me trying on the Revolution bra, the extra large gives me that cup coverage I want, but then it's way too big in the rib cage. So again, with this Geo Sports bra being so customizable, I think that the medium is just absolutely perfect. The large still fits okay. However, you can see again in the straps that there's a little bit of extra fabric there, and I don't feel as tight and secure around the rib cage. So I'd almost need to find like, not an extender, but like a tightener option. I'm not sure if that's even possible. So it's always easier to extend, but it's not easy to like bring it in. So personally for me, the medium was literally the perfect fit in all ways possible. Like I said, when it comes to the coverage, when it comes to the support, when it comes to the comfortability, I like to have it on the medium or loosest setting. And like I said, I do have that flexibility to use the extender later on should I gain more weight or anything like that. So I absolutely love the size medium. So I think depending on how your usual bra size based on my recommendations are, then I would go a size down, just so that you are definitely locked and loaded in there. And keep in mind, you do have the extender if your biggest concern is how it will fit around your rib cage. I think the one thing to make this bra even more amazing than it already is if these straps had that adjustability as well, so that depending on, you know, how much length you have from here to over your shoulder or whatever, you can adjust that. So honestly, if Buffbunny collection could bring this one notch up, it would be just to make this part more adjustable somehow in the back, but I don't know how that'd be possible with all of the detailing in the back of this bra. But I literally cannot say more amazing things about this bra. I was so happy that I didn't have many negative things to say about this bra, because I feel like with all of the bras that they've been trying to come out with for the bustier girls, there's always been something that I just didn't love. And so that's why honestly this bra takes number one when it comes to my favorite Buffbunny collection sports bras. So before I move on to the next bra, if it's not obvious enough, the Geo Sports bra is hands down my absolute favorite Buffbunny collection bra of all time, and I will definitely be grabbing it in every other color that I can. Another great thing that's amazing about the Geo Sports bra is that it is a bit longer, so it does almost act as a crop top tank, and so it's literally everything you need and more. I literally cannot stop talking about how much I love this sports bra. All right, now on to the next sports bra that was definitely the first sports bra that I fell in love with being on the Bigger Titty committee, and that is the ROSA sports bra. This is an OG Nubre fabric piece. It was one of the first pieces that they came out with for the Nubre fabric, and it will forever be a favorite of mine for sure. What's nice about this one is it does give you that support, has a little bit of a deeper scoop neck than the Geo Sports bra does, and it does have a nice strappy design in the back. I do feel like it gives some good back coverage in the back as well, especially around those lats there. And again, I do love that it is slightly longer so that it can act kind of as a crop top as well. There have been no changes to the ROSA Sports bra. It's still the amazing design and feel and fit that we all love. And so the ROSA Sports bra is again coming back in a few new colors. Here I have the white one as well as the Secret Garden Dark Teal. The Secret Garden Dark Teal, as you guys saw earlier in the color comparisons, was previously known as the Teal Me More. So if you guys have that piece, then it is the exact same color and will look beautiful with some of those other Tell me more pieces that you might already have. Again, as I've noted before, keep in mind that some of the previous colors that are literally the exact same as some of these new colors might appear differently depending on the fabric of that color that you have. So just keep that in mind if you are thinking of mixing and matching some of these colors with your older colors. All right, and next up is the Revolution sports bra. You guys know I have a love-hate relationship for this bra because it was always giving me mad spillage because of this square neckline. I know so many girls who absolutely love it, but for whatever reason, being that the cup size that I am, it's just too much popping going on in my regular size large, and so I honestly just don't love to get it whenever it does come out. But for this one, I absolutely needed it because it was the only bra that was coming out in this new golden hour yellow. It is so stunning, so bright, and although it's kind of like a summer color, it definitely transitions nicely into these fall earthy colors that we have in this launch. It paired so nicely with the Canyon Rust, it paired nicely with the dark olive, and it honestly even looks good with the teal and the red. So pretty much every other color that's coming out this launch, the yellow does look pretty nice with. And so this Revolution bra, I did go ahead and get an extra large, but as you can see, it's definitely too big around my ribs. And this is something that I was talking about earlier in the Geo Sports bra, is that although the extra large in the Revolution bra design gives me the coverage that I want and less spillage happening, it's now way too big in the rib cage, and so there's no way for me to adjust that with the design of this bra. I'll honestly have to probably take it in and get it customized to come in a little bit better so that I have that support and coverage, but I do have that comfortability and like actual proper fitting around the ribs. However, the Revolution bra is definitely not one of my top favorites for specifically the bigger titty community, just because that spillage is insane. And again, some of you might be comfortable with it, some of you might not, and so I just think that it's something important to make note of if considering the Revolution bra, because I do know that some of the colors only come in the Revolution bra, so just something to keep in mind. As I always say, pick and choose your battles, and it is kind of what it is. But again, the Revolution bra is definitely an all-time favorite for so many, hence why we are seeing it come back in even more colors. So if you guys do love the Revolution bra and you love some of the new colors, then this is your chance to get some more. Got a Revolution bra situation. Everyone's freaking out, getting mixed signals, not sure what to do with the sizing. So number one, Buffbunny collection did do some really fine adjustments to the sizing for all bras a couple launches back. It wasn't significant changes to like make note of. However, I think we're all definitely noticing the difference now. So right now I'm wearing an extra large in the Revolution bra. And I always say like I would have preferred going up to an extra large, but I realized that this is the first time I've actually gotten an extra large in the Revolution bra since the Boss Revolution bra that I got last year. That one's a large. There's a significant difference between the large and the extra large, as you'll see in a photo right here. And right away with the extra large, I noticed that lots of gapping happening here. When I go like this, it like, sorry for the massive titty shot, but you can see what I'm saying is the gapping happening here and then a little bit back here as well. And then even like as I was sitting through meetings today, like I noticed stuff like this kind of happening. So clearly the extra large is too big. The main reason I went up to an extra large for this bra specifically was hoping that I would get a little bit more coverage and less spillage so that it wasn't like totally pressing into my boob, making them pop out. But honestly, I think I've just accepted that with the cut of the neckline in this bra, it's just gonna happen, and that's like you're with it or you're not. My verdict with the Revolution bra sizing is that you want to base it off of how whatever Revolution bra sizes you have right now. Personally, for me, I can't even think about going down to a medium, just knowing that I already have this issue even with an extra large, even though it's too big here, like I'm still popping out here. I think for my smaller cup girls, you could actually size down from your usual Revolution bra size, just because I know some of the other athletes and affiliates who do have a smaller cup have been saying like they can't fill it all the way as much as they normally would in their regular size. So I think it depends if you're a smaller titty committee, bigger titty committee, as to whether or not to stick to your usual bra size or to size down. Like I said, the biggest thing is I just don't want you guys to have like this gapping happening here, the folding happening here. So hopefully that helps the sizes. Personally for me, I would have been just fine going. Again, I think it's so amazing that with this collection, they basically are bringing back some of the all-time customer favorites with the all-time favorite fabric from you guys as well, and just bringing them all together in some new earthy tone pieces. So like I said, you'll see me talk about some pieces that I've talked about many times before. It's just coming back in some new colors. If there are any changes, I will make sure to make note of that. And a new sports bra design is this solar sports bra in this beautiful pink salt color. It is so nice. Definitely gave me that like Asian Barbie vibes when I was taking photos of it, and it's just super stunning, and it's such a simple sports bra, and I think that's what they intended with this, is to be like a super simple kind of go-to sports bra, especially because it does have that racer back. Honestly, the way that I see it is essentially like the racerback foundation tank that I'll talk about in a second, just cut in half. And what's so interesting to me is that I love my longer sports bras, and I really wasn't sure if this is considered a longer one or not, because down here isn't super long, where in comparison to say the Revolution bra, you can see that the Revolution has much more extra fabric, making it a longer sports bra. However, the one thing that I noticed about this solar sports bra is that the straps are definitely longer, which I think is what makes it a longer sports bra when you have it on. So it doesn't give you as much fabric at the bottom, but these straps are definitely longer than most, and so when you put them side by side to some of the considered longer sports bras, it is still as long. It's just long in a different way kind of thing. But this is just like a super classic and timeless sports bra, where it just has that scoop neck there, and then like I said, the racer back happening in the back. I gave some great back coverage here, just being thicker up here. So I know for those who especially are like me, where we carry some more body fat in our upper body, specifically our back, you will feel like it does give you some more coverage back there as well. Honestly, I don't have a lot of bad things to say about it. I mean, I always love a thicker one here, but it didn't bother me as much because it was a longer sports bra, just in a different way. So if you guys are looking for a sports bra that doesn't have too many straps going on in the back and perfect to fit under any racer back tanks that you might have already, then this sports bra will be really great for that. And again, this pink salt is just so pretty. So those are all the sports bras that I have on hand. Let's talk about some of the sports bras that I don't have on hand. And that one would be the Monarch sports bra. This one is another one that so many people love. I see why they love it, but for the bigger titty committee, it just does not work the best. It definitely gives you a lot of clavage, and like the back is just so pretty with how open back it is. And I love the design overall, but when it comes to coverage, it definitely does not give that to us bustier girls. So unfortunately, the Monarch bra is sometimes something that I opt out of as well, just like how I do with the Revolution bra, but sometimes I like to bring it back in just so that I can get some of the new colors. But the Monarch sports bra is another great light to medium support sports bra, depending on your cup size, and that's something that I think is important to keep in mind when I talk about all these sports bras. I'm someone who is looking more for the coverage and the support more than anything. Again, the Monarch sports bra for me personally is comfortable, and it gives me, you know, some support, but it definitely does not give me the coverage. So it's definitely not something that I'd be like, say, running in, jumping in, or anything like that. And I don't know how often I'll be wearing it in the gym, like without a shirt kind of thing. For the Monarch sports bra, I do go ahead and get a size extra large, again, just to give me a little bit more support and coverage. However, I do have the same issue as I do with the Revolution bra, where it's just a little bit too loose around my rib cage, and it's not as supportive as I'd like it to be. But I mean, it's either I'm popping out or we're supported, so you gotta pick and choose what you want to do, you know? Would definitely be great for more like the low impact stuff, or just throwing underneath a t-shirt, or if I'm just at home or something like that. But just something to keep in mind if you are more concerned about the coverage and support rather than just like the design and comfortability of the bra. I mean, honestly, a lot of these pieces, and you'll hear me say this over and over again, I don't have much bad things to say, because this fabric alone is just so amazing, and it truly is that second skin feel. So it's just so comfortable and great for literally anything and everything that you might be doing in your day-to-day life. So I know I might sound redundant in saying that I love this, I like that, but truthfully, like I said, a lot of these pieces we've seen before, and it's just that it's all in this Nubre fabric. And I mean, some of these have always been in the Nubre fabric, but it's really just a mixture of bringing back our favorites, but also bringing out some new ones. So I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I always just want to reinforce that to you guys, just that you're not like, oh, she just likes everything. It's like, no, we've just seen this before, and I just know how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Next one that we have definitely seen before, and is another one that we all love, is the Alpha sports bra. This one, we know I love it, but it's just a lot. Like when I say all the other ones are clavage, this one is top notch clavage, so much so that sometimes I'll wear it like going out kind of thing because it gives you that nice like little deep V. Very beautiful open back, longer so it kind of acts as a top. It's literally so beautiful, so perfect, so comfortable, and it is coming out in some of the newer colors as well. No changes done to this one. It is just the classic Alpha Sports Bra that we saw come out last year. So personally for me, because I know that I don't wear it a lot at the gym and it is getting colder here in Calgary, I was like, I don't need another one because I'll most likely be putting something over top of it, covering it, so there's just no point in getting another one when I know I can probably use some of the other styles more going into the colder months. Okay, so those are all of the sports bras. Let's take a moment and pause. What do we think? Comment down below which one is your favorite, which one are you grabbing. Bigger Titty Committee, are we excited for this Geo sports bra or is it just me? I am to die for. So with that being said, let's transition on into the tops. This will include the jackets as well and the bodysuit. I need you to pause the video right now. Comment down below what this close-up means. Comment. Or maybe you already know the instructions because it's the same instructions every single video. But if you guys are new around here, when I am this close up to the camera, it only means one thing and one thing only, and that is a YouTube giveaway. I always want to find ways to give back to you guys for supporting me with the code GABS at checkout, for watching these videos, for hyping me up on my photos, for sending me DMs, for watching my unboxings. I want to show you guys as much love and support as I possibly can, and so every YouTube video I do a giveaway personally from myself. And so if you guys want to enter for a chance to win a Buffbunny collection gift card to use on Saturday, then just make sure to follow the instructions on the screen here and I will choose a winner on Saturday morning. If you guys want another chance to win a gift card, I'm giving away 2 gift cards in collaboration with Buffbunny Collection over on my Instagram. Obviously, you're a little bit more restricted here on YouTube. You can only enter once. However, I will say that not as many people enter here on YouTube, so your chances are definitely higher. So again, this is just my way of giving back where I can to my Gab fam, who I love and appreciate so much. So good luck both here on YouTube and over on Instagram with the giveaways. I will be choosing the winner on Friday for Instagram, Saturday for YouTube, and the winners will be announced and contacted accordingly. Make sure you follow every single step though, you guys. There's been so many times where I've had to choose a new winner because the steps weren't followed, so make sure to take the time to do everything properly. And with that being said, let's get back into the video. Okay, so I think the first thing that everyone wants me to talk about is this ROSA jacket. I saw Heidi wearing it in one of her stories and I literally had to reply back and be like, is that new? Because I don't remember seeing that. And what really caught my eye was the color and the color. You guys, this vineyard, whatever it is, honestly guys, I am just the worst with colors, like the worst, and we'll talk about the olive later because that's another story. But I honestly am so bad at like pronouncing colors and just words in general. It's like a running joke for my family when it comes to things that I can't pronounce properly. But anyways, when I saw Heidi posting it, I was like, oh my god, I need that. And when I saw that it was coming out in this launch, I was even more excited. But I really like this one. It definitely is shorter than some of the other fitted sweaters that we've seen before. And again, as always, I will compare all of the other fitted jackets to this one. So right now on the screen, you should be seeing a picture of me kind of comparing them lengthwise, some seam designs being different, and also just the fabric breakdown because some of them are a little bit different than this one, since this one is made of that Nubre fabric. But I think what I love the most is this collar here. It's something different that we haven't seen. We haven't seen one that doesn't go all the way up and it kind of leaves that kind of gap there. I think it's so pretty. And I don't know what it is, but I just really loved this one more than the previous green thumb one. I know a lot of you guys are wanting me to compare to that one since they seem so identical, being that they're both kind of like shorter. It's the perfect length for me on my shorter torso. If you have an extra long torso, it might come up a little bit shorter than maybe you're looking for. So just keep that in mind as you see me trying it on. I do have a short torso and it literally fits so perfectly because I don't like when mine are too long. So I normally opt in for the crop ones. But again, this ROSA one just fits so nice. And I don't know, I just really liked this one a lot more than the green thumb one. It does have that minimal branding with just the silver embellishment, is that what it is? Stitched on the back here, and then it obviously has the Buffbunny branding on the zipper as well. But really liked the fit. I did go ahead with a size medium in this one, and I will say that it was pretty fitted. However, it is a fitted jacket, so I like the fittedness of it. But if you guys don't like it so skin tight, then you definitely could size up and it would still fit nice. I mean, the point of, you know, the fitted ones is to be pretty fitted and kind of like, you know, second skin length. But definitely I think if I even went up to a large, it still fit nice. It would just be a little bit looser throughout than I would want. I normally just put a sports bra under this. I wouldn't really put a long sleeve or anything like that. So I don't personally feel like I needed extra room. However, if you are planning on putting like a long sleeve or something underneath, then you might want to size up. Okay, so while we're on the topic of jackets, let's talk about the one that's behind me. I'm not even sure if you guys can really see it since I used it kind of part of my backdrop. It is the Elemental Windbreaker. So this windbreaker is waterproof, is windproof, is lightweight, and is very customizable. So I think that's great. I think where we're missing the mark a little bit though is that everyone is saying that the black one looks like a garbage bag. And someone mentioned that in my live and now I can't unsee it. And I think it's so funny. Like, you'll see this clip from my Instagram stories and you'll even see me trying it on in these try on clips. But the hood is so damn big, it just covers my entire face. So literally you are good to go, covered even in the face when it is raining or windy. You just can't see through it. This 100% polyester jacket is great. I see the idea behind it. I see how it can be a great one, especially for those who maybe it's not so cold and you truly just need that windbreaker. But even with this size medium that I'm wearing here, I do have room to put some layering pieces underneath and still have a great range of motion. I love that it's longer to cover the bum. I think a lot of us will appreciate that. And I think that honestly, although it does look kind of like a garbage bag, I think with the right person, we can style it cute. We can make it high fashion, editorial like. I mean, I've seen trends like that. Like, I have a puffy jacket that's kind of like that. Like, I think we can make it happen for the right person, for the right outfit. So I think we just have to be kind and patient with this one. It's not something that I'm totally striking off, and that's saying a lot that I'm not like a hell no on it. So give me some time over on my Instagram to update you guys with some cute outfits with it, and I think I'll turn you guys over. But let's talk about some of the details that it has. Honestly, some of these details I didn't even notice until we were filming the close-ups, but what I love is that on this fabric right here, you'll see that it actually says Buffbunny all the way across, ever so slightly, which is so nice. The fabric also has some squares printed on it, so it's not just a solid color. There is the small details of the squares on there. It does have drawstrings at the bottom so that you can adjust it to maybe be tighter around the bum, say if it's super windy, or what I also did was cinched it up, put it around my waist, but then it kind of gave you that like mushroom kind of look. But I still like that look-ish. I mean, if you put it like off the shoulder or something, like, I don't know. I think everyone's different on what they think looks good and what doesn't. But like I said, I'm so convinced that I can make this thing look cute. So that is another way that you can wear it, is kind of like tighten it so that you can bring it up if, say, you don't want to cover your bum or you don't want a longer version of it. There is also drawstrings around the hood as well, so you can like literally tighten it up to really cover the face if you want to. And the hood does come off as well. It has a zipper that you can take it off, so if you don't need the hood and you just want kind of the collar, then you are all good there as well. It does also have buttons and zippers on the pockets, so lots of great compartments and adjustability features to really make it customized to fit you as best as possible. I will say that I think that this could definitely compact pretty nicely into like a backpack or a big purse. Like I said, I see the functionalities of the jacket and I can see that it is a great jacket. I think that everyone is just so hung up on the fact that the shiny material makes it look like a garbage bag. So again, functionality wise, I can see it being good. I wore it out in the rain and some wind the other night. I mean, honestly, I don't know what's considered a good windbreaker. I mean, obviously you'd like a little bit more insulation and warmth. Definitely didn't get very much warmth with this one. I literally think it's just more of a windbreaker shell that you need to layer on underneath. So for me, again, the medium was great for me to have some flexibility to layer things underneath if I wanted to. So if you guys are looking for more of a windbreaker shell, I think you will like this Elemental Windbreaker. It definitely is a different fabric from the fifth element, was it called? I think it was from the Frozen launch. I will put them side by side for you guys to see. I will say that the other one from the Frozen collection was a bit of a thicker material, and I think that one is more like a waterproof rain jacket like, where this one's more of like a windbreaker kind of like. I mean, it is 100% polyester, and like I said, the other one has a different fabric breakdown, so there are some differences from it. That one is a little bit shorter as well and does have a different design. Personally for me, I honestly see myself reaching out more for this elemental one just because I feel like it's more, like I said, fashion forward in a sense, and I do like the longer vibe. I mean, especially when it's windy and it's raining, you kind of do want a little bit more coverage throughout the body. So I personally don't hate this elemental windbreaker like some other people do. So that's just me. I think, again, it depends on your vibe, your style, what you want to use this jacket for, and from there you guys can decide if it's for you. Let's move on to some of the long sleeves, crop tops, tank tops, things like that. And let's start with an OG piece. I literally mentioned this in my IG live unboxing that I have a unacceptable amount of Aurora crop tops. That was one of the first pieces from Buffbunny collection that I fell so in love with. As much as I am happy with the Nubre fabric version of this, I do love the OG Aurora crop top fabric the most. I'm not sure what that one was. It wasn't a trademarked fabric or anything, but just whatever it was so perfect. It was like a little bit thicker. It wasn't like that super slippery fabric like some of the other Aurora crop tops we've seen in like the Marble collection and the ROSA collection. But it's also not Nubre, obviously, because this is the first time that they're making it Nubre, but I just loved the OG one. But anyways, the Aurora crop top will forever be a staple piece of mine. I just love the higher neck, the thicker strap, the full coverage in the front, the full coverage in the back, and it's just like, it's literally the perfect crop top tank if you want to wear a crop top, but if you want to feel covered in all the right places. I just love the design, and I know so many of you guys do too, so I am so excited to see it coming out in some new colors. The Nubre fabric really is amazing, and to see it coming out in one of the OG pieces that we've seen before, being the Aurora crop top, I really do love it so much. I don't mind this one whatsoever, as you guys know, and like I just said, there are some Aurora crop tops that have been redesigned in different fabrics that I didn't absolutely love, but I do approve of it in this Nubre fabric. Again, it isn't as thick as, say, the original Aurora crop tops. However, it is definitely second place for me when it comes to the different Aurora fabrics that we have seen. So again, this is just your classic crop top where it has that nice coverage in the front, nice coverage in the back. I personally don't wear any bras with these ones, so I like to get a size medium. Do I have room to put a bra under it? I mean, it depends on how thick the bra is. So if you guys don't like it, again, skin tight, you guys could definitely go up to a size large just to give you that extra room to put a bra underneath. But personally for me, I don't wear bras with them, and so I get a size medium so that it is nice and fitted for me. I know one thing that everyone is a little bit concerned about is, does the bossy print fit a little bit tighter like it has in some of the previous bossy print pieces? We've noticed that this pattern specifically did fit a little bit tighter, again, in previous launches, but I can happily say that for this Aurora crop top, I feel like this black bossy print fit the exact same as the black one. Again, as you guys may or may not know, some certain fabrics do fit a little bit differently just based on how it's printed on. But like I said, I can say that this Aurora crop top in the black bossy print fits just fine. And even when you put them over top of one another, they do align just fine, and so I do approve of this black bossy print and say to get your regular Aurora crop top size for this print in specific. Now, something that I want to mention about all of the bossy print pieces is that they all are printed on white fabric. This is literally the only way to do it, and so that is something to keep in mind, that if you do stretch it out quite a bit, it does shear out to the white. So specifically when we get to the leggings, that is something that you'll want to consider before you guys go ahead and choose your sizes. And if you guys want to get the bossy print, is that it is printed on white. I don't think this is a big concern for the tops. I think as long as you get your correct size both in the tops and the leggings, you should be okay, and it shouldn't shear out too badly. Since we are kind of going back talking about just the print itself, for this vineyard red bossy print, this one is double layered, so the inside is actually not white, but I can feel that it is double layered here, and so I can only assume that underneath this, like if I were to cut it open, it is still white there. But again, not as much of a concern when it comes to the bras, but I do know that it is most likely still white underneath as well. But yeah, no, seriously, when it came to the bossy prints, I did not know we needed more colors in it, and I'm so obsessed with the red, with the pink, and like, hello, can we just take a minute to appreciate the nails matching the red so perfectly? Like, are we even surprised though? Like, of course Gabs would do that, of course. So that is the Aurora crop top. We love her, we need her. Clearly, if I have an unhealthy amount of them, It's a staple. It's a must-have year round. No matter how lean, how fluffy I might be feeling, I am always feeling good in my Aurora crop tops because of the design, the fit, the feel, everything. Okay, so let's move on to a brand new tank top that we have not seen yet, and that is the foundation tank. And I think this name is so perfect because it literally is kind of the foundational piece if you were to layer on afterwards. Again, we haven't seen something like this before. A very simple design of a racer back, but in this super soft Nubre fabric. It does have a shelf bra in it as well, so you'll see that right here. And what I actually didn't realize is that I got a small in it for whatever reason. I'm not sure why I decided to go with a small because I'm literally never a small in tops really, and so surprisingly I wasn't absolutely dying with the shelf bra. I mean, now looking at the photos and what I saw in the mirror, definitely the boobs were busting out of the clavage scoop area, so small is definitely not my size, especially when it comes to the top shelf. But I do think that it's amazing that they added the shelf bra so that you don't have to worry about wearing a bra underneath, and so that this could literally be the most body hugging thing ever. I can confirm this thing is a very body hugging, and it just accentuates your curves so nice. It's literally almost like shapewear with how fitted it is. So that's definitely something to think about, is do you like the fittedness of tops? Again, this could be very much a layering piece, so if that's the case, then that's a different story. But if you're wanting to wear it alone, I will say that literally with my leggings being high rise, putting it under the tank top, like you could see everything. You could see the little bit of my skin popping out with the little gap that I have between the shelf bra and the legging. You could see the line of my legging, and you could just see it all, and it was just very form-fitting. I will say I felt snatched as fuck, but like I said, I think that maybe the small was just a little bit too fitted, so I think the medium or the large would be better on me. However, the one thing that I personally don't love about full-length tanks is that because they're full length, they are quite long on me. Having a short torso, this has nothing to do with the design, it just has to do with the fact that I'm short. I remember when I used to get Lululemon full-length tank tops, I'd always bring them in and get them cropped, so that might be something that you want to do with the foundation tank. I will say that the foundation tank was designed so that it literally would stay in place even when you were working out. And so I am going to try this again after I'm done filming and update you guys on the screen if I felt that it didn't move around the hips specifically. Very simple design in the back as well, just your classic racer back tank. And like I said earlier, this is literally looking like the Solar Sports bra just in a full length tank top, but if you were to crop this up into a bra, it would look the exact same as the Solar Sports bra. So really cool there that it's such a simple design and it just looks so good. But you guys, this dark olive green, so perfect for the fall, matches so nicely with my blonde hair and everything like that. But we had the issue of describing what it looked like for some reason. On my live, I'm like, yeah, this like dark olive green is kind of like a pickle, a cucumber, but like this bitch couldn't just say olive? Really? We couldn't just say olive. We had to make our life difficult and say every other vegetable under the sun, and I don't even know if olive is a vegetable, but anyways, I literally made my life so difficult and compared this olive green to pickles, cucumbers, when I literally could have just said olive. So that is the little story behind dark olive green and Gabs and her complicatedness in her brain sometimes. This did feel really nice. It's just that it was skin ass tight and it really accentuated everything. I mean, it gave me some nice curves. I'm not gonna lie about that. Just some things to keep in mind with the foundation tank. Okay, and the next tank top that we have not seen before is this Breeze tank. Okay, this golden hour color is just so pretty, and like, look at it with the olive green. Look at it with the canyon rust. That is speaking fall. That is speaking pumpkin spice latte vibes. Like, they just could not have timed this launch more perfectly with fall happening. I mean, I'm more than sure that was intentional, but I didn't realize how beautiful this color palette really was until I started putting these pieces side by side together. But anyways, back to the Breeze tank top. Like I've mentioned many times before, I think they have a very consistent fabric for these full-length flowier tanks, and so this one is made of the exact same one as we've seen before, and that is the 92% modal, 8% spandex, and so very stretchy, very light and very breathable and a nice amount of flowy, but still kind of fitted. You know what I mean? Like it kind of like clings to you even though it's flowy. And this one is reversible. I've noticed that is quite the pattern with Buffbunny collection. They like to make a lot of their flowy tanks reversible, which is cute. So it does have a cutout here, as you guys will see me trying it on, and I did wear it like that and I actually didn't mind it. It looked kind of cute. And then it does have kind of like that like curtain bang situation happening at the bottom. That's all I can really think about is like curtain bang, peekaboo kind of cutout. So yeah, I thought it looked cute in with the back in the front, but also obviously the front is just your classic kind of like racer back muscle tank kind of look. And obviously you can tie it up to make it a little bit shorter. And again, great one, especially for running. Like when you're running, sometimes you don't want things super fitted, so you just want to wear like a solid sports bra and then like a nice, comfortable, breathable tank. And so I think that's when these flowier full length tanks are really great, is for like running and stuff like that. So, and also for those days where you like don't want to wear something that's like super fitted, super tight, but you still want to show, you know, your curves, your shape, everything like that, and still be cute. So that is the Breeze tank. The last top that I personally have is this one right here, and that is the Meridian mock neck. I cannot for the life of me remember what it was called. Literally 4 years ago when they brought this out. It was 4 years ago when we saw this. I have it in this like super blush pale pink, and it was literally that long ago. When I saw it, when I took it out of the package, I was like, I've seen this before. This is deja vu, but I don't remember the name. And again, it was just so long ago. Like literally can envision the model picture and everything. It was kind of cool to see it come back because I definitely got that one when I wasn't a part of the team yet. And so it's kind of cool to like reminisce, you know. But anyways, this is definitely a thinner top. I will be transparent and say that, like I can literally see through it here right now. So it is a thinner top. Although it is a mock neck, I don't find that it sits very comfortably like as a mock neck because of the fabric and the way that it just sits. So it kind of like is a saggy mock neck in a sense, where like some of the other mock neck tops like we've seen with the naughty long sleeves, like that one really does stay right on your neck, where this one doesn't. But it's a great airy, breathable long sleeve. Again, another great piece for layering or for those days where it's like kind of cold but not too cold, where you need something thick. It does not have any thumb holes or anything like that, and this isn't made of the Nubre fabric, but it is still very soft. It is 92% rayon, 8% spandex. Again, very, very stretchy as well, and it looked so good with the jewel joggers that I'll be talking about in just a second. But we love her as just like kind of like a staple piece, again, especially going into fall. I think it's great for me to just throw this on, match it with the jewel joggers, head out the door, and look cute as fuck. Again, this is that Secret Garden dark teal, and it does have this reflective logo on the side here and stuff like that, but definitely see-through. So I mean, you might want to be mindful of what color bra you wear underneath, because you might be able to see it, you know, depending on how big your bust is, and stretching that fabric out. As you guys will see from the photos and me trying it on, it definitely isn't a like short crop top. It's definitely like a longer crop, which again, I really do appreciate. And you can definitely see with the high-rise jewel joggers, and then with the top on, like it definitely, like there wasn't a whole lot of gap going on there where it was like a full crop or anything like that. Also, sorry, Cash is barking at who knows what, so you'll hear him barking. Excuse me. This guy, literally anything Buffbunny collection related, he always needs to be the star of the show, even when you can't see him. In the lives, in the videos. Are we done? Okay. Anyways, that is the Meridian mock neck. Alright, so let's move on to some of the tops that I don't personally have, but I can give you guys my opinion on what I think the sizing would be like, what it would fit most similar to, and all that good stuff. So let's talk about the Terrain tank. So this is another one that is a classic racer back. However, it's definitely not as fitted as the foundation tank. It's more similar to the Breeze, just more of a racer back rather than like a funky design in the back. It is also a little bit more tapered at the waist, so it will give you that more like kind of hourglass kind of shape. So again, just another great flowy tank option to have in your closet. I will also have the percentage breakdown of the fabric here on the screen, just so that you guys compare it to any of your other flowy tops to know how it will feel most similar to. So another top that I don't personally have is the Horizon top. This one instantly gave me that crystal clear top vibe, Escalanda pullover vibe, but like together. So the inspiration behind this design was taking that Escalanda pullover, but making it more of just like a long sleeve crop. And so you do have that mesh on the top and then that Nimbus fabric on the bottom. Very breathable, a little bit of a thicker material for performance wise. So if you guys loved the Escalanda pullover, then you'll definitely love this new Horizon top. It's literally the same, just no hood, no elastic at the bottom, and more like that crystal clear design. The one thing that I will say is that the mesh from Buffbunny collection is always more of a higher quality mesh, I find, with all of the pieces that they have. I mentioned this, that it's like a little bit of like a bigger hole of a mesh. I really don't know the difference between meshes, but I do feel that it's like a higher quality mesh where I don't think it's as easy to bust a hole. That's what I think about the Horizon top. Again, I would get a size medium in this just because that's typically what I get in my long sleeves, in my crops like that, just so that it's fitted, but it's also loose. I'm personally going to skip out on it just because I assume that the mesh is gonna feel the same as the crystal clear top, and the way that that crystal clear top moved with me was a little bit more stiff, and I think that's just because it's on the top layer there, and so since the mesh is on the top layer of this one, I don't know how that's gonna fit on me. Like, I just don't want it to be like super boxy and, like I said, stiff. Depending to each their own on how they feel about the way the Horizon top looks, and knowing that it is a hybrid of the mesh and the Nimbus, totally depends if this one is going to be for you. So obviously that is one of the other pieces that is not made of the Nubre fabric like the rest of the collection. Okay, so before we move on to the bottoms, let's talk about the Geo bodysuit. We all know I love my bodysuits. We saw this in the Blooming collection. I literally died over the Vine one and the Bio one. Didn't so much end up loving the Bio one. Definitely loved the Vine one. I ended up getting the other color in that one, as you guys may have saw with my updates on Instagram. But let's talk about this Geo one. I was obviously so excited to see that like the design was like a little bit different. Always appreciate an open back concept. Like, I don't know what it is, like, even though I'm not the most confident with like showing my bare back due to many things, but like I still rock it anyways because, you know, just gotta flaunt it sometimes, you know, you just have that confidence to do it. I mean, I'm not always that confident, which I'll talk about in a second with this one, but for whatever reason, even though I'm not the most confident with my like back, I always just love an open back. I think it's so pretty. It's like sexy, but it's like tasteful, and so I really do appreciate it even more for those girls who don't carry more back body fat like I do. It sucks that that's just where my body fat likes to sit, but I mean, it's what it is, you know what I mean? And I definitely have gotten better with being comfortable about it. However, I will say we have some issues with this one. I love it, love the design, love the idea, looks so cute on, depending on how you're looking at it. But after looking at the photos and like trying it on, there's some things that we got to talk about. So let's just talk about the overall design first. So it is a bodysuit with a standard short length. Honestly, these short lengths is kind of like the ROSA shorts, the Legacy shorts, like not the biker short length, but the like typical short length. So if you're looking for a biker short length, like these are not it. So it is a bit shorter. It does have that booty contouring in the back as well. It comes to like the shorts here. So that's the design of the bottom part. And the top part, I honestly didn't know if I would love because I'm not a huge fan of short sleeves, but I actually didn't mind it. I also love that it does have a little bit of a collar in the neckline here, and then the zipper is really cute as well. The zipper isn't anything special where like the previous bodysuits we've seen or the one pieces we've seen where it has that lock feature. This one does not. It's just your typical straightforward kind of plastic zipper happening here. I will say that this isn't uncomfortable or anything, like it doesn't like scratch me or anything. Sometimes that is the case with some zippered situations, but we're all good with this one. And then the back, look how pretty. It has, again, that kind of like a layering thing. Like it's kind of like the, like, you know, the waistband when it does the V thing, but like in an open back concept. Like, look how pretty that is. So nice. I did try this on with both a bra and without a bra, and it obviously looks better without a bra because like you can really see the open back. But considering the fact that I wasn't the most comfortable with the fact that you could really see my back rolls in this vulnerable moment, I am showing you guys some of the photos that I didn't love because of the back roll. But I want to be honest with you guys and show you that if you do have a similar body to me and like you have that, like you are gonna get that with this one. To each their own if they feel good rocking it or not, but I do want to make sure that you guys are just aware of it. So I mean, it did look cute even with this bra on underneath, especially when I zipped it up. Like you don't see this when it's zipped up, which is nice. So I think it was great that like it's really easy to hide a bra underneath it from the front. Obviously, if you wanted to be like deeper V, like I just wouldn't wear a bra, or I would wear something that has more of a deeper V kind of thing, so that depending on where you put the zipper, you can kind of hide it from the front, or you can show it. Like it looked cute either way, as you'll see in some of these photos. And in the back, it looked fine too. You honestly don't see a lot of the back of your bra other than the band part. So depending on how thin or thick the band is, depends what you'll see in this little peekaboo part of the bodysuit. It's definitely very much like you're wearing just like second skin stuff, very much like what the Nubre fabric was made to be like. So just keep in mind, like you do feel kind of like naked in a sense, but it's cool because you can like throw on the ROSA jacket, you can throw on the jewel joggers, and like it definitely still does look pretty cute. So it could be one of those layering bodysuits, it could be one of those where you just flaunt it as is. I definitely had a couple compliments as I was taking photos. So I personally, like, it depends on how risque you're feeling, how feeling yourself you're feeling, but I do love the bodysuit. However, I don't know why this issue keeps happening. We have gapping going on again, like we saw in the bio bodysuit. I literally don't know why. I am thinking that it's due to the shorter torso. So far, talking to some of the other girls who are like 5'1" to like 5'3", they see it too. And it's this gapping like right here, like where your like lats are. And that doesn't matter like whether like I have my hands up, if I have my hands down, like you just have that gapping happening. And it's honestly really annoying. So I don't know if there's a way to alter that, or like I said, I don't know if it's because of my body, my torso, like I'm not sure what it is, but it's the one thing that's just super annoying. And honestly, I didn't notice it as much as I was wearing it, but then when I saw the photos, I was like, fuck, you can like really see it. And so a little bit annoying. Like I said, like I think I could just like safety pin that, or like get it like hemmed in a way to like just pull the fabric or whatever. But it was definitely annoying, and it's the one thing that I just don't love about it. I mean, overall though, like it does look great as a bodysuit on its own. The shorts were comfortable. I didn't find any camel toe or anything like that. And I just think it's such a cute bodysuit. But that's the situation. Also, because it is, you know, the Nubre fabric is a bit of a thinner material. It is double brushed, and it is like not super thin where it's like cheap or anything. I found that being the bustier girl that I am, when it was like zipped up all the way, in the close-up shots you can kind of see like this part of it because it was so stretched out. So just something to keep in mind too. I did actually go ahead with a small in this. Reason being is because based on what happened with the other bodysuits, when I went with a medium, it was just way too loose in the bottom area, and I hate when it's saggy around the crotch and stuff like that, especially when it comes to a bodysuit. Now that's another story for the joggers, but we'll talk about that later. But especially with a bodysuit, like you want it to be pretty fitted and you don't want a lot of excess fabric. So I actually went ahead with a small because that is my usual size with all Nubre fabric bottoms, which you'll see when I talk about the leggings next. But all of my Nubre fabric bottoms are a small, so I went ahead with my bottom size, and I think it looks really great. Again, it fit fine throughout the top. The only thing I noticed is, because obviously I'm not typically a size small in my tops, when I did stretch it out, or when I, you know, zipped it up and the fabric got really stretched out, you can kind of start seeing through it. But again, I'm 36 double D, and I'm definitely bustier, broader, whatever, and so I am stretching that fabric quite a bit, but it wasn't like a bad thing where I was like, oh, I definitely need a medium, you know what I mean? So I personally say go with your Nubre fabric bottom size, whether that's whatever your size is in the ROSA leggings, the Legacy leggings, those are the top two that come to mind right now for Nubre fabric, but whatever your size is in the ROSA leggings or the Legacy leggings, that's the size that I would go with, and I was happy with it. So overall, I loved the bodysuit, but we had our issues, and so I think I'll like it maybe like when I lose a little bit of weight, or like as I continue just wear bras under it to kind of cover that, because this Geo Sports bra does cover that part a lot. This Geo Sportswear does cover that back roll a lot, so I mean I could just wear this underneath it kind of thing, but then I can't have it like zip down. So like I said, you gotta pick and choose your battles. Just know that you do feel pretty like naked, second skin feel like the Nubre fabric is supposed to be with this bodysuit. So that is everything on the Geo bodysuit. Okay, so let's move on to the bottoms. We have some new bottoms coming out. Again, we have some classic favorites and just all the beautiful colors and prints. Let's talk about the legacy leggings because they are obviously one of my all-time favorites just because of like, hello? This back seam, I have always loved her so much. I just think it really enhances the booty. I mean, the ROSA leggings and some of the other leggings that we've seen does have the booty contouring happening, but these extra seams for some reason just really say hi hello, you know what I mean? So when I see leggings have this in it, I'm like yes, but I will always forever love the legacy leggings the most. So this is the other new bossy print color in the pink bossy print, and again this one is printed on that white that I was mentioning earlier. So depending on how far you stretch it out, like it does sheer out to white, so just something to keep in mind. And that's why it's important that you guys do go ahead and get your correct sizing in the leggings so that you're not shearing it out too much. But again, just something to keep in mind that it's going to happen in your leggings, even if you do get the right size. When you squat down, bend over, like it will sheer out a little bit white anyways, so just keep that in mind. The waistband is double layered here, which is nice just for that extra tummy control kind of thing, and then it's just single layered throughout the leg here. Another thing that I'll do for you guys is compare some of the front seams and like waistbands for you, just so that you guys can see if some of them are a little bit longer, a little bit more curved, a little bit more straight, whatever it is. I did also find that some of them are like stitched differently, so I will put some comparisons up for you guys as well. I do have some of the back comparisons for you guys. Catherine was so nice to share this with everybody, and I just wanted to add it here to show you guys the different back seams that you guys can expect from some of the leggings, just so you guys can kind of compare. Honestly, some of them are so similar, very different in like the slightest little way, but I think it's just something to note so that you guys kind of understand what's different, what's similar, what's not, what's worth getting versus sticking to your, you know, go-to pieces that you know you already love, your tried and trues, you know? So again, glad to see that the legacy legging is coming out in some new colors and patterns, and it's just definitely an all-time favorite of mine, hands down. Something that I will note as well is that none of the bottoms have front seams this launch, literally zero, none of them. Does the joggers? Just kidding, the joggers do. So none of the leggings or shorts have a front seam, it's just the joggers. So that's just something to keep in mind. So anyways, that is everything on the legacy leggings. Now let's talk about the new leggings, which is the Latitude leggings, which are the ones right here. Right away, the one thing that I noticed the most when I was looking at the pictures is that the seams definitely bring out this new kind of design. It has this kind of like figure 8 seams going on this side here, and it does have some seams a little bit here on the front. Does taper in nicely like this to really give you that kind of like snatched kind of look. And it does give a little bit of a booty contouring happening in the back here with the V in the back, and this color is just so freaking pretty with the white bra, with the yellow. It's just so nice, and all the fall vibes, earthy tones, desert tones for sure. Obviously this feels the exact same as all of the other Nubre fabric bottoms that you guys have maybe had before. No front seam here, so you're all good there. And like I said, the biggest thing is just the seams going down the sides. I didn't think they fit or feel any different, but again, when I look at the photos, you can definitely see that it looks different on me versus, you know, what the pictures look like of me wearing like the legacy leggings. And it's just the seams, right? And I think that's the one thing that's so cool about design, is that different placements of seams can really make a legging look so different. And again, the waistband is double layered as well, and there is this secret hidden pocket that is a laser cut pocket in here. We saw this in one of the leggings from the Eco line. I don't remember the name of it. We have seen this in one of the leggings this year, and so you could put your keys, a card, or something like that. Like, it's not super huge, so you can't fit like a lot. Like, you can't fit no snacks or anything like that, but you could definitely fit a couple things in here. And it's nice that it's like kind of flat and kind of hidden. It has this like bit of like, I don't know if it's a no grip kind of thing, but it does have a little bit of a material inside. And like I said, I don't know if that's like a no grip situation or what, but it's there. So that is the new Latitude legging in the Canyon Rust. Let's talk about this one right here. Everyone got played, thought it was a Sirens legging when they saw the promo video. They're like, oh my god, the Sirens legging are coming back. It's not. It is the new Monarch leggings that I also second guessed myself if it was even new. But the biggest difference between the Sirens legging and this Monarch legging is that we did the same thing. We took the Sirens legging front, we took the Legacy legging back, and then we took the ROSA pocket, and that is how we made the Monarch legging. So if you guys loved the V front situation, you'll love these. And then if you love the pockets and then you love the booty contouring, this is the legging for you. I was honestly a little bit surprised with the pockets. Like I thought they were like much smaller than usual, but you can definitely still fit your phone in there. I'm not gonna put it all the way, but you can see that it still fits. But unfortunately, I have to report that it does roll down. So I don't love them because of that. I do carry a lot of body fat in my upper body, like I said multiple times already. So for me, it was annoying because it does that when I'm standing, it does that when I'm sitting, it like just keeps doing the damn thing and it's just so annoying. And so I'm wondering if I even just like stitched it right where the intersection of the V happens, if like that would help so that it just stays put, because I do love the concept of the V waistband. Like it really does make you look more snatched, and I know so many people love it, and I think it's so great for the girls who don't carry a lot of body fat there and it doesn't roll for you. But if you are someone like me, it's gonna happen. Like there's just no way of getting around it. You either deal with it or you don't get these leggings. So it is unfortunate that that happens, but honestly I kind of knew it was gonna happen unless this was stitched here. I was excited that maybe that would be the case, but wasn't the case, so I might need to just do it myself. Again, double layered in the waistband and not throughout. It is printed on blue, not white, so you are all good there. Definitely for the lighter colors like the Golden Hour, the Canyon Rust, and this, I did see a little bit of cellulite when I do my butt clenching tests. I forgot to do them for some of them, but honestly, just know that the lighter colors just show it more. I think the darker the color goes, the least it is. I'd say the worst is definitely in the yellow and the Canyon Rust, and then maybe this blue, and then the teal, and then the patterns obviously are your more safer bets. The red, I didn't notice it all that much, but again, I'm sure if I like really clenched and like you really looked, you could see it. But just something to keep in mind is that the lighter the color you go, the more cellulite you're gonna see, and it's just inevitable kind of thing. Sometimes depending on the fabric, it's not gonna happen, but definitely when it comes to the Nubre fabric, it's gonna happen. And another thing that I feel like I haven't really addressed very much is like the compression of all these leggings is honestly very similar because they're all made of the same material, so you have to think about that. Like, I mean, the waistbands are a little bit different, and like obviously you're not gonna get as tummy control in say the V band as you would in like these two, because like obviously the waistband goes straight across kind of thing. So that's just something to keep in mind, is that this Nubre fabric in general isn't the most compressive material, right? Like it's not some of the other materials that we've seen that it is meant to be more compressive. So just keep that in mind. Like the tummy control, like I do feel snatched, I feel good, but is it like pressing my belly down to like really make me feel skinny? Not really. Like it's not anything like that, but it is like a good enough compression to make me feel good. Something that I also just like really embrace is like you do see my like lower belly pouch in a lot of these leggings. It's just kind of what it is. You know, like I think that's something too that like as women we need to kind of like work on too, is like accepting when sometimes that's just our bodies. I mean, that's just something that I've accepted with like the camel toe, for example, which by the way, if you guys have camel toe issues with anything, I got you. I got a camel toe hack on my Instagram if you guys want to check it out. If you guys haven't already, it is a game changer. Definitely a great way to repurpose them boot pads. Where I was going with that is just like, you know, kind of accepting that some things are just like how your body is. You know, the next girl might not have that camel toe situation like you do, no matter what you do or whatever. It's just kind of what it is sometimes, right? And so that's why, you know, me sharing hacks and stuff like that is like something that I think is so helpful for some. Anyways, just wanted to say that when it comes to the tummy control situation, I feel like it's just, it's like good, you know, it's good enough. It's not like a shapewear or anything like that. It's like just enough to really make me feel like I've got some shape. Like, I mean, clearly you can see in like some of my photos, like these leggings really give me that like hourglass shape at the stomach, because I definitely don't have that much of an hourglass shape, but these leggings with the bra and everything just really give me that. So I think it's like a good light to medium compression, but nothing like too high compression at all. So I just wanted to address that before I move on to the shorts and then the joggers. The next legging that is coming back is the ROSA pocket leggings. Again, I'm like not super crazy about pockets. I mean, I will say that there has been times where I'm like, damn, I wish I had a pocket, and that's when like ROSA pocket leggings would be like handy. So if you guys love the ROSA pocket leggings, they are coming back in some of the new colors. Again, same fit and feel as always. And I'm happy to say that the fabric is consistent yet again with these ROSA pocket leggings. I know previously when they came out with the ROSA pocket leggings, we found that they fit and they felt a little bit different from say the ROSA leggings without the pocket, but I can say that they have gotten more and more consistent, and these new ROSA pocket leggings that I got in my order definitely fit and feel just like that classic Nubre fabric feel of buttery, soft, and just amazing second skin situation. So that is the ROSA pocket leggings. Then let's move on to the shorts. So they are bringing back the Legacy biker shorts. You guys have loved the Legacy biker shorts over and over again, and so they are bringing them back in some new colors, and they're also bringing it as a short. So I will put a comparison of what the length difference is between the two, so you guys can decide on which one is most fit for you. I think it all depends on personal preference, how tall you are, and everything like that. And so literally the exact same, just one is shorter than the other. So whatever size you normally get in your Legacy bottoms is the size that I would get for the Legacy shorts. Another short that we haven't seen before is the ROSA pocket biker shorts. So these ones again are a biker short option, so that if you don't want to do the ROSA pocket shorts or the ROSA shorts, you do have a pocket short biker. You do have a biker pocket short option. So this one, honestly, I can only assume, I don't personally have it on me, but I can only assume that it would fit literally like the ROSA pocket leggings and the ROSA leggings, but just cut in the length. So again, I would go with your typical size, especially just like I said, like it's so consistent with this fabric. Like literally every time I know it's a Nubre fabric, I get the same size and it's always all good, except for when the pattern fits differently. But from what I can see so far with all of the things that I've tried on, everything is pretty true to size to whatever your Nubre fabric size is. And then since I just mentioned the ROSA biker pocket short, they are coming out in the ROSA short as well, which is just a classic short style with no front seam, but literally the ROSA legging just in a shorter inseam. So that is another short option for you as well. The last clothing piece, and that is the jewel jogger. I think honestly this is one of my top favorite pieces of the launch for sure, just because I'm really excited that it's not, or it doesn't have to be, a legging like jogger. And what's really cool is it's essentially a hybrid of a jogger and a legging in one. And I mean, a jogger in the Nubre fabric is always a good idea. Just super, like, just makes it even more comfortable to be wearing joggers. Considering the fact that the elastic actually doesn't go all the way around the legging, so trippy, right? I was like, how is this gonna tighten? How does this work? But what I'm assuming the mechanics is that it's kind of like that like shoelace hack that we've seen on TikTok before, where like it loops in here, but then it like loops in the front and then you tie it and then that's how it like tightens up. I'm not sure, and I'm not willing to bust this open to check, but I'm assuming that's kind of what it's like. The strings are made of that fabric, super elastic like material with the customized matte Buffbunny egglets as well. So unlike all the leggings in this launch, this one does have a front seam, which I honestly didn't really even notice at all. And then the back does have that nice booty contouring happening as well. And then at the bottom here, it just tapers like this, and then it is pretty fitted throughout the calf as well. So I am someone who has bigger calves, so it definitely did fit pretty snug around my calves. And so that is something that I did, was I got a large and a medium just to compare what the fit was like. Keep in mind, again, for me personally, I just did not want another jogger that was like a legging. So, you know, the Jasmine joggers can look like that sometimes depending on the size that you get. The Wonderlust ones were definitely pretty fitted. And so that was one thing that I just didn't want. So that's why I definitely went straight to the medium and the large. But what I will say that I loved so much about these joggers is that it was just so comfortable in the waistband, like so comfortable. And I think it's because of the fact that the back was a legging and the front was a jogger and the elastic didn't go all the way around. Even in the mediums, and I typically get a medium in the Jasmine joggers, even in the mediums, I didn't have any spillover happening in my stomach. I didn't feel like it was like super constricted when I was sitting down, and I just felt so comfortable in the waist. And I think that's what I really want in my joggers, is just to feel comfortable. I'm pleasantly surprised that even with the mediums, which is like I said, my usual jogger size, I didn't feel some type of way in the waistband even when I did adjust it. And so I really do appreciate that and love that so much. The biggest difference that I saw with the medium and large, which is exactly what I anticipated, was that the large was nice and a little bit looser around my quads and my bum and my calves, and then obviously in the waist it was like super comfortable. But the one thing that I did notice is that it was a little bit baggier in the crotch. So if you're someone who doesn't love a baggy crotch, then you might not like sizing up in these. I personally don't mind it because I mean it is a jogger, so I think that it's a little bit more acceptable than versus like in a bodysuit or something like that, or like a legging. So I personally loved the larges a lot for the look that I was going for, and I think that's the important thing to keep in mind is like, what look are you going for with these joggers specifically? Whereas with the medium, you can definitely tell it was a little bit more fitted in the quads, a little bit more fitted in the booty. I think they both looked great. Again, I think it just depends on the look that you're wanting to achieve. I did like that still in the larges, like it still gave me some shape to my booty. Like it didn't give me like a flat bum or saggy bum or anything like that, but it definitely was a little bit more enhanced with the large. Honestly, these joggers are pretty true to size, to your legging size. Like I could have gotten a small and they still would have fit, but they definitely would have been pretty tight in the calves. That was one thing that I noticed, that like in the calves, they fit more like a legging where it was like fitted that way. So if I were to have gotten my true legging size, then it definitely would have been quite tight throughout the quads especially. So if you have bigger quads, like just think about that. And like I said, I just didn't want a legging jogger for like the 5th time that I've said this in the last 10 minutes. Pick and choose the kind of look you're going for. Either way, all of them will fit you because it does have that adjustability here in the front. That is my thoughts on the jewel jogger. Really do love them. Do I need more colors? Probably not, but I do love them a lot and I think they're so comfortable, and I just love that they gave us a solid jogger in this Nubre fabric. So that is everything when it comes to the clothing pieces. The final thing that I need to talk about is this guy right here, and that is the Game Changer backpack. This was supposed to launch in the Blooming collection, but it did not. So in this launch, they are finally releasing the olive green color with the gold accents. They're also re-releasing the Midnight Navy and the Vineyard Red. I don't think it was Vineyard Red back then. I think they probably called it like Cabernet or something, but I do have that one here as well. And again, this one does have the gold accents. So this is what the red looks like. This is what the green looks like. Love the gold accents. I think it's so pretty. One thing that I saw that was really surprising to me is that these olive greens actually aren't the same. So this is the Game Changer duffel that came out in the Let's Get Toned launch, and it is very different of a green from this one. This is more of a like aspen. Fuck, here I am trying to describe greens again. But this is definitely more of like a deeper green, more like forest green maybe, where this one is definitely more of your olive green. So definitely a little bit lighter than this one, so side by side. They look great together still, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that they're not the exact olive green. But nonetheless, we love this new olive green Game Changer backpack. Looks so good even with the red. But anyways, that one is coming out. And in case you guys didn't know, all of the Game Changer pieces now going forward, I think this started maybe back in the Bossy launch. I'm not 100% sure. Basically, any of the Game Changer pieces after the Bossy launch onward do come with this beautiful dust bag to keep your guys' bags clear of dust and put away nicely if you're not using them every day, which you probably are going to be with how game-changing this backpack is. If you guys want a full in-depth review on what I think of the Game Changer backpack in comparison to the other Game Changer pieces and help you guys decide if this is going to fit everything you need, if the tote's better for you, if the duffel is better for you, I literally have so many videos on the Game Changer line that does do full in-depth comparisons, showing you guys how much you can fit, how much you can't fit, what you can and cannot fit, how you can clean it. Everything like that is all in some of my other videos that I will link for you guys as well. So finally, obviously they are coming out with a glute band for this launch as always, so you will see that one on the screen here. So if you guys do love collecting those, definitely expect that for this launch. And lastly, obviously we have some matching accessories to go with the patterns and the colors for this launch. I will show you guys the size comparison to some of the older ones. I feel like this one's pretty consistent with some of the recent ones where it's like kind of like a medium-sized one, a little bit fluffier. But one thing that I actually noticed too is that the size of it can look different depending if it's like really fluffed up like this or if it's like really like rolled in this way too. So I think that's kind of like what it depends on as well. Honestly, I love them. I think they're great scrunchies. I use the headbands when I'm getting ready and stuff like that as well. So if you guys do love to have matching ones, whether that's for your hair or just to wear on your wrist, you will have the option to get some, and they are made of Nubre fabric as well. And that is everything for the Nubre collection coming up on Saturday, September 4th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. I hope that this video gave you guys all the insight, all the details, and all the information that you were looking for when it comes to some of the pieces that are coming back and some of the new pieces that we can expect to see. Again, almost this entire collection is made of the Nubre fabric, which is a mixture of that naked and breathable fabric. It is like a second skin, nothing too high compression, definitely not much of a high performance slick kind of material, but definitely can withstand some workouts for sure. So the one thing that I just absolutely love about the Nubre fabric is that it's literally the perfect one for either day-to-day errands, working out, whatever it might be. I will say that they're definitely not the most sweat wicking. There's definitely better fabrics for that. But I mean, you really cannot go wrong with the Nubre fabric for, just like I said, your everyday kind of wear. And I mean, you just look so cute in some of these pieces, and I mean, so comfortable as well. And so like I said at the beginning, if you guys have any additional questions, feel free to send me a message over on Instagram for the fastest response. But you guys can also comment down below if you guys have any additional questions as well, and I will get back to them by Saturday morning before launch. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. And of course, if you guys do want to support me directly, you can use the code GABS at checkout. This simply lets the company know that I've helped you, you enjoy me as an athlete, or whatever it might be. It just shows them that you are supporting me as their athlete, representing them, and just being a part of their family. It means so much to me if you guys do go ahead and choose to spend that extra time to put in the code GABS at checkout. It does not give you a discount of any sort. It's simply just a support code. So that is why I appreciate it even more when you guys let me know that you guys have used my code, because it literally does nothing for you. It simply is just an indicator to the team that I have been helpful to you, or you just like my vibes. Please let me know if you guys do choose to do that. I do a fun Gap Band boomerang at the end of every launch over on Instagram, where I share all of your guys' screenshots or story reshares, and I just put it all together, and it's kind of like a fun Where's Waldo situation. So it is a way also for me to just thank you personally for, again, taking that time to spell GABS at checkout there. You guys can enter it either at the athlete box here at this step on the screen, or at the end when you are checking out, and put it in as a discount code. Thank you guys again in advance if you guys do choose to do that. You guys just watching this video alone is a huge help to just show that you guys do find my content helpful. And again, don't forget to download that free PDF in the description box if you haven't already, just to give you guys a Cole's notes of everything that I think, and just some up close photos of everything that is going to be launching on Saturday, September 4th. And the last thing that I'll leave you guys with is, don't forget to enter the giveaway if you guys want a chance to win a gift card. There is a chance here on YouTube and on Instagram, so make sure to enter both giveaways if you guys want a chance to win some gift cards to contribute to the damage that we're all going to be doing on Saturday. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for your time. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next Buffbunny collection try on and review. Bye!